Well, wait, why am I... Huh? Hang on, this is... Oh. Right. I'm sorry, a lot of stuff is happening all at once that it shouldn't... How is that? Oh, that's my window capture. I was so confused as to why... Because my game capture is now on any full screen window instead of being what it should be. I was so confused for a moment there. I'm like, wait, how is my VTube Studio? Oh, shoot, I forgot something. I always knock my AC down by a few degrees because if not, I will get very, very warm. But, all right, first things first. And by first things first, I mean several things that should have been first, but actually first. I just want to resize this. That I need to get new overlays, like, calmed, because I'm realizing now, after there's a couple of posts and whatever about how a lot of VTubers just block stuff on their overlays. Like, oh yeah, I should probably not. Polar, yeah. No, well, actually more of the same, but just getting this big, because I like this layout, and just the same but bigger so that it has a bit more of a gutter, and also get one that matches between both of these. I'll keep that in mind. I do know that the person who made this one still does work, and because I'm happy with what I do appreciate it, Debbie, and also welcome in. Sorry I went live seconds after you were done. But honestly, it's just a matter of they probably still have the files, and that's for a resize job. That's about half of the thing. But also, how are you doing today? Literally, oh, that was, oh, I feel so bad because the whole reason that happened was my chat bot. I got some time and decided, for like no good reason at all, I'm going to work on this today. I'm going to try to add the VTube Studio connection thing. And then I'm struggling to get, oh, I'm too high, to get like at least something to be so that it just works, so that if you redeem change model, it'll automatically do it. And I'm looking at the time like, oh shoot, I have to start stream now. So that is the full beginning and end of it. But how was Paleo Pines? I know that you were excited for that one for a while, and I hope that it is exactly what you mean, or exactly what you were hoping for. Looking back at Steven Nails and so it's Deviant Nails. I think that's because looking at the chat log, I think that's just because of the Twitch link being all lowercase in like the shout out, and because I know that her name has always been the weird capitalization, mostly because I've tried to type it in other people's chats, and that is hard to get right for a shout out command. But you know, Twitch is just gets weird. Yes, you are a big reason why I had a bot automate shoutouts, just so you would not get the satisfaction. I mean, that's fair enough. That is quite literally part of your brand and otherwise important. But also, that was before I figured out that the easy way is to just do @. Oh, Oh, for sure. Like, by all means, like, you were streaming for a while. Go stand up, get something to eat, and whatever. You can continue to yell at me later. Horrible gremlin. Amazing, but horrible. Can't get this. Nope, I cannot get that from there. Too bad, that would have been fun. Well, now that I think about it, last time we played, we found, in a desperate attempt to get any sort of progress, you can actually parachute a hole into very interesting places if you just don't care. Also, hi, Botanical. I hope that you're doing well as well. Yeah, tonight we are going to be, at the very least, attempting to get more of this game done, because we finally have, among everything else, the grappling hook, which turns out, as far as the game needs for, like, every single dungeon. Like, you can't get, unless you completely cheese it. No, even if you do, there's a place in Forest Haven that requires it. Tower of Gods needs it. And then this one, it was the dungeon item, so yeah. Too much coffee. Ooh, that has to be fun for everyone else around you. Whole half pot without... I would say, how do you do that without realizing it? But then I remember family members who just do that if you leave the pot of coffee in front of them, they will passively guzzle until suddenly they're vibrating. Of course, the worst part of that is, like, this is part... Wait. What do you mean there's a thing back there? Oh, that must be the Tingle trophy. Like, every dungeon has a hidden secret item that you're supposed to be able to get with, like, a second player playing on a Game Boy Advance. So yeah, I can see that you brew a bit more, and then yeah. Oh, speaking of, I also put in a couple more emotes that they're technically the sub badges that I had quickly scaled up, so they're a little bit spiky for my taste. Like, yeah, that is just a tingle chest. That's the only one I needed. Okay, you know what? You're kind of the platform chart. I'll take it. I mean, that means that these chests that I only know where that one is because me and my brother did have a Game Boy and to access them. So the new ones, partially because of the slots I had available, I think I made the gaming one with the NES controller a sub emote because I had one slot there, and then I made the sleeping one a follower emote because I had one more follower slot. I want to, partially because I bought them as sub badges and not actual emotes. I want to just kind of, what I meant to do and should have done instead of working on my bot was oh, fun. That you should probably be working on that. And I hope but yeah, at least have a good idea for that. But yeah, enjoy the lurk. Oh, that is the wrong button. But yeah, I should probably make all the sub badges ones followers just to see like what gets used. And I'll take a bottle like that. All things considered, really need that. Yeah, get food. Like that should be the first thing. Food's important. Hi, Bat. Like, unless I am your mealtime entertainment for the whole cannot eat without a suitable video in the background, that is definitely first priority. It is the first thing. Good. Ah, right in one. I guess I'm not sure why that it's like it feels weird. Oh, hey Ace, how are you doing? And thank you for the knife throw. I don't know why. All right, we're doing more debugging live because that should have knocked me out, knocked the face off of my body. All right, I did recently change it to stick around a lot longer. Cooldown throw, event manager. Oh, I'm just. Oh, right. That. Well, I can do this. Return to depossess on despawn. Repossess. All right, that. Thank you for the debugging. Let's test this. There we go. I now realize something else that I will fix later. Is that the hitbox is wonky because of everything I've changed with where my VTube studio is. Well, I hope that you're having a good evening right now, Ace. I'd ask how your stream went earlier today, but like I was lurking for a good chunk of that. But we're just... Where'd my map go? Oh, there's my map. I forgot it. The UI disappeared while swinging. You get out of here. You get out of here. Not doing good. Oh, fun. Oh, hand rigging. Yeah. I think we can get to that bridge. Yeah, no, from what you've described of... See, I don't know the answer to that because I do not personally have fingers. Oh, barely. Damn. That is fully a problem for the enhanced, which I do not have to worry about. But yeah, no, from what you've shown me about how the art itself just kind of has a weird curve, which defaults to being weird for everything. Oh, damn. Second phase of Millennia. That is... Like, given the level that you're supposed to be when you fight her the first time, and the fact that you're both doing a randomized run with gear that you're not really familiar with, that's pretty impressive. Like, actually getting to second phase of Millennia without any other justifications or anything is damn impressive. Nice job. To hold loot bug, to cherish loot bug, to forfeit all mortal possessions to loot bug. Indeed. That is why we have hands. And also probably why I don't play as much Deep Rock Galactic as I should. Because, no hands. Hey! Small key! That's why we had to get out of this dungeon in the first place. Currently level 60, gear +3, not +9. You're... Yeah, and meant to... So you're half the level you should be. You should have endgame equipment because she's a bonus boss, not... She's completely optional, something that you're not supposed to fight at all. So yeah, you're doing great. Especially... Oh, I'm curious, how far into second phase are you getting? because that, if you're able to get like pretty far, that's the oh, I was going to say I didn't know that I could hit that. Because if you're getting like halfway down but getting stuck on like boss attacks or just a couple, or like because I always remember with Souls-like games that it's the point where you know quarter way through a H-bar, not because not far. Yeah, it's entirely down to learning the rest of it, which, given how much gear level and damage per hit can matter, especially for Millennia, because she heals on every time she hits you, that means like you're doing good on dodging and everything else. Oh, I don't have to do that. So now it's just a matter of everything else, of just like putting all the boss patterns together. And trick for this. There's some money. No, not treasure. But just, we need a bit of cash. Yeah, and I remember hearing enough that it's like the same as Bloodborne's health regen system, where if you damage an enemy, well, at least when you get the power, like you're still progging only after 2 hours. I'm like, yes, that's what we do here. We prog. Get Link, get in the hole. But I fully believe that you could just beat her with if you kept on progging until you got to the end of the fight, because it's definitely impressive. All right. Stubborn at this point. Yeah, that's the other thing, that the consideration of would it be good content or not, or would it just inflame the certain people in chat, which it's annoying, but also I've always thought that there's a good justification for games that if you know that it's possible to do a bit of cheese and a little bit of a safer strat, like, yes, I could do this now, it's above what, it's technically punching above my level, and I usually do it because I'm stubborn and I like the challenge and repetition, versus I'll come back when I can smoke them. Fill up coupon. Fill every item you have to the max. Delivery bag item. I still don't have a delivery bag. Now, randomizer, not enough. Picking this fight as well? Yes. Well, on the topic of randomizers, one of the things I have really been enjoying about this one in particular is, wait, why is there a, well, I suppose the first thing I should do is get that pot. Is that it, oh god, depending on the game, that can either be, if it's like Pokemon, I know one time I did a randomizer Soul Link with one of my mods, and it ended with me begging him, my dude, I know you think you can do it, but we have reset 5 times this stream. For the love of God, please level your mons. But this can get very chaotic, and I am a fan of them. Useless. Oh, nice. I assume that, because I've been noticing, like with this, that once you get certain items or get to a certain point, also with like Pokemon in general, like after a certain point, you get to like a level advantage that it's hard to lose. Like when I did the Gen 1 run with just a single Pokemon, and after like the 4th gym, it just destroyed everything. Hello. So yeah, have a limited gym level. That would make sense, to make sure that it's just not a, well, we powered level to 10 ahead, so we just win. Like that way you actually have to consider type advantages, defensive moves, and like and that's just generally what I've been liking about randomizers. Oh, I need a stick. That it forces you to take a game that you know well or decently enough and reconsider how you do things. Like the classic Zelda one has always been, can you use dungeon items from late game in order to get into and beat earlier dungeons? Ooh, Art Container. Like, case in point, for the second dungeon in this game, the Forbidden Forest, you're supposed to go up this kind of jumping course first, and then, oops, and, BB, thank you so much for the raid. How's Valorant? Did you get some good wins? And how have you been doing? I've been trying to lurk in your streams when able, and I know that you weren't able to stream all the time before, so good to see that you're back to streaming. Also, I think I've watched the entirety of your Bread and Fred collab with Ricky just through your TikTok highlights. They keep on coming up, and they're always so funny. Yeah. But also for the intro, for anyone new here, welcome in. I'm the Eljator Bread, Eljator from Beyond Reality. You found an old abandoned blockbuster inside. Yeah, this is everyone else's problem right now. I am going to stream every one of these games and be insufferable about it. And mostly, I play a good collection of retro games, sometimes whatever I want. Right now we're doing a Legend of Zelda Wind Waker Randomizer, trying to get through the game with no idea where any of these items are. Oh yeah, by all means, get some food, get some rest, like take care of yourself first. And thank you again for the raid. I hope that you're enjoying the stream and had a good one, because this is a personal favorite of mine, and it's been so much fun just talking before you raided that what I've been enjoying about this randomizer is that you really have to think outside of the box with like how you beat some of the challenges. Like there's a point for the second dungeon that you're supposed to climb up to the top of the island area before the dungeon itself with a grappling hook and some just like launch pads. I didn't have a grappling hook until the end of last stream, so what I had to do instead was outside there's an updraft that I jumped out of the boat, popped the Deku Leaf, which acts as a glider, and somehow with that managed to get into the dungeon, and went all of like 5 rooms before I actually have capacity for that now. Nice. Yeah, I went all of 5 rooms before I needed the grappling hook for somewhere else. But just that kind of having to take a game that you know really well, because beforehand I've been hunting through all the like island treasures that I could get to with the items I had. And okay, don't think there's anything down there. That's just the way it came from. And just from using that, like being creative to try get into dungeons without the required items. It's honestly been so fun, and and Ace, to what you were saying before of wanting to do like a Soul Link, which first of all, I think the first thing is that I just have to make some time to sit down and go over like what collab ideas we got, because I've been bad about it. That's just full start and stop on me. It has been said, I've agreed, and then I've done no follow-up. We have all these key items. I do not think that we do not have the boss key. Okay, I see where it is. I see now. I know exactly where we have to go, because it's the only treasure box on the map now. Yeah, I think I still have the universal Pokemon randomizer somewhere on my desktop. Ooh, which reminds me, if we use a GBA game, there's been something that I am actually the closest analogy, and I normally hate to say it, but I am down bad for something that got forwarded me to a friend. I'm gonna actually just pull it up quick. I just display capture docs myself a bit. Oh, perfect. But the analog pocket, and I'll drop it in the chat if anyone else wants to look at it. But it's a really cool system that, first of all, they're coming in with all the different colored versions, and this purple one here reminds me of the Game Boy I had as a kid. And it's really cool that what they are, so all the games they have all the Game Boy games have like copyright on them still, right? So what they do is the hardware they run on, the actual Game Boy circuitry and all of that, does not have the same copyright on it. They are more than fine to using FGPA, field programmable gate arrays, basically virtual logic circuits that you can program to be whatever combination you want. I love that. They just hangs on there. That they simulate and mimic Game Boy hardware so you can play actual Game Boy games. Sorry to think I was not the special person with the transparent purple Game Boy. Sorry, Kamini. And if it makes you feel any better, mine was a Game Boy Advance, not the original Game Boy. And I don't know, I think this just means that you had impeccable taste in portable gaming consoles. Because it's just like the best. That era of transparent see-through stuff, like they had it for Game Boys, they had it for GameCube controllers, anything you could think of for like Game Boy GBA era or GameCube era. How could I? I'm sorry. It was just cool. I refuse to get up from my seat to check if the box I found when cleaning out my closet earlier was all of my Game Boy stuff, but I think I still have all of the games, and like a lot of games. There's a couple that got misplaced and lost, but I don't know, it's just really a really cool thing that I'd love to have, like a physical Game Boy to pull out and play on back. Because besides it being just like the old Game Boys I'm pretty sure we either lost or broke them. We used them that much. But no, speaking of welcome in, Kami. I hope that you're doing... I'm stuck on that box. I hope that you're doing good today, and that aside from the horrible betrayal of me having similar tastes to you in portable gaming consoles, that you're having a good night. I think you're... Although... Ah, dang it, I grabbed both fairies. Now that I think about it, if I remember your schedule right, you're probably doing Final Fantasy XIV Raid Prog, so forget I said anything about having a good day. Oh, yeah, I think there's... I want to try something. Oh. Okay, I thought for sure I could... Maybe it's the second phase that I can pull it down. Tetris some... Oh, yes. I think Tetris... No, it wasn't the first thing I played on Game Boy, but Tetris on Game Boy was my first experience to that game, and I did not... Ow. I did not understand that you were supposed to stack it up 4 across. No, free night, but you are just playing 14 anyway. You know, fair. I actually need to play a bit more of that game on my own off stream, because I'm getting to the level limit of my Dragoon, and I should really start leveling anything else. Oh yeah, your D&D character, because you started playing a session. I really wish that I could respond with my D&D character, but 2 of my other mods are in the campaign, and I don't want to spoil anything for the one that is in the DM. I fucking love this boss of just, it's freaking massive, and the fight revolves around dropping the ceiling on it. And this is just the first boss. Like, sure, if you're quick, you can grab it 3 times. Not even... No, you are here, and I am not risking it, because the reveal will be too good. Right here. That's fair. I mean, I don't mind talking about D&D, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. Oh, I thought I hit. I think... Oh yeah, I can just do it with the grappling hook to pull him in. Guy looks so dorky looking without the massive frill. Hell yeah, that is... It is always a good feeling to... The grappling hook killed it! It is always a good feeling to make a character that you can feel like, oh, I am so proud about how this turned out. Or this is something that I am excited to play and can't wait for the next session. Like, it could... Oh, the bait bag! That's actually pretty useful. Like, that opens up a couple of places. Because even, and just probably debating my way into making... Yes, that is also so much fun. Where you have to you go up to the DM and say, now hear me out. Now hear me out. This is an idea. This is a weird idea. Or you might not let me play this without caveats. But I think this will be cool. Won't break the game. And I will dig my heels in and debate on this. Which, I've done that a couple of times. And sometimes it's my DM who comes in with, hey, I got this idea. And sometimes it's me that I have to do the hard sell. But, oh, what... I know this is like a minority opinion or like a, no, you shouldn't actually do this. I kind of like fighting the DMs. I kind of really enjoy playing D&D to keep them on their toes and make them have to adjust. It's just a fun thing. Right, the 14 patch comes out next Tuesday. I have to finish story, catch up since friends are doing blind run for the... Are they doing the new Alliance raid? Because I did somehow, after streaming for 5 hours on that Minecraft stream, I was convinced by Fable to stay up till 2 a.m. for me watching the live letter. Like, okay, I'm actually curious, and they are into it. And my brain is buzzing from the stream. This is good. We know. Yeah, so Botanic is simultaneously sometimes a player alongside me, sometimes the DM. And would you say it's worse when I am playing alongside you, or when you have to deal with me DMing? Like, which one of those two is weirder? A world where I have to, where I try to play the rules for everything they're worth, or one where I can make them? Both. I regret nothing. Oh, damn it. Okay, so dragons are evil. Dragonborn still exist. Dragons are literally evil to plot. Okay, so I want to make a dragonborn. No, me. Smile. That reminds me of one of my favorite characters. DM. Dragons are thought to be long extinct. They're also the gods of the setting, which are believed to be dead. Also, DM, I want you to be the god of chaos and a purple dragon, because I can't think of anyone more qualified. Ooh, the new Alliance raid. Yeah, that seemed at the very least from the live letter, the place it took place in was a very interesting setting, and I know it's going to be a long ass time before I can play it, but I'm excited to see how everyone I know who's actually up to current in 14 enjoys that one. I hope that it's a good and fulfilling raid. But no, that is definitely an amazing... You'd make a damn good lawyer. Yeah, you should really consider go studying law or something. All right. But just being able to play something that is, because I've done it between one shots and settings and whatever, something that is for the setting, like that is not a race that we see in that capacity. That is just inherently weird. I really love that. I have a propensity of both making human characters, but also having the backstory being like the god of chaos, something that is the weirdest shit possible. Because it's fun to have something where your existence or where the backstory is just, okay, I am not sure how to take that, of just like the entire setting saying that. And it is definitely, especially if you don't play the character evil, that is definitely a hell of a plot hook. Oh, just a chart up here? Damn. All right, let's chart this. 23. Right. Suppose I could start looking for charts now that I have the grappling hook. And also, I don't need to be up here because there's a short... This is a surprisingly good randomizer that it's also like a heavily modded version of the game that has quality of life things, like a couple items that shouldn't exist in the GameCube version of the game that were added in like the Wii U remaster, and also things like a shortcut back to the dungeon. Still new to D&D though, and dropping in mid-campaign. DM has been begging to join since the start of it. Oh, he got his wish. Just had to let you play Dragonborn. But no, I hope it's fun, and that because I know that regardless, even if you're completely new to D&D, if you have a good time with the group and you mesh well with everyone else, because at least for like my campaigns, our most memorable moments haven't been like epic fights, good rolls. It's been stuff like, well, good rolls have been part of it, but not like anything that requires people to know how to do combat. It's been stuff like I pick up this boot that somebody threw at me for making a lot of noise in their front yard, throw it back through the window, and okay, I rolled a natural 20. Yeah, you knocked them out with a boot. And just things like that. I know my group tends to be a lot more roleplay heavy, and like we've gone hours in sessions of just messing around with each other in character because it's fun. Like it's to a point where we all usually put in some NPC alongside the party just so that that the DM has the ability to get in on the snarking. I mean, yes. Yes. Yeah, and I get that. Like, roleplay is very daunting, and is something that you'll get used to in time if you like let yourself be open and once you get comfortable with the group. Because part of this is my group have played a lot together, so we're very comfortable with each other, and we know each other very well. Guess who tips? I don't think so. Like, the obvious thing is like Man in the Iron Mask and that, but specifically, no, I don't think I've picked up on who you theme that NPC after. But yeah, no, it's not something to like force yourself into, but once you get comfortable, that has been some of my favorite parts of just being able to mess around and make jokes and exasperate NPC. Religious S video game. I'm going to have to do some Googling after this stream. Just, yeah. Hey, there is something to, instead of doing any, like, trying to put on a character or anything like that, I will admit, most of my characters are borderline insane weirdos, or actual insane weirdos, simply because I cannot be bothered to play anything other than that, and I like that type of character, so I continue to make them. That, and just with how I like relate and act with people in a group, I tried once to make a refined, cool, had themselves about them character. Within 2 or 3 sessions, I was told that they were a sassy asshole, and I'm like, okay, I tried. I'm just going to have to own it. We were trying to make a current character different to push myself, and didn't work the next session. Yeah. Although in all fairness, every one of us has typecast themselves into more or less the same type of individual character. Because of all 3 of us, or all 4 actually, including the DM. Okay. Oh, Steve was amazing. I, for one, love Steve Stevenson. And honestly, for my campaign, like, all 3 of you had amazing characters throughout it. Like, you did. And I said, and regardless of whether or not you think it's bad that, or you want to push yourself and it didn't quite work out, I still really enjoy every single character because they are different enough like you have a different sort of, I don't know how you describe it, like sass and humor to your characters between like Steve, between your last one of Steve and your current one. They feel similar but still distinct enough as characters. And I have been having a lot of fun finding new exciting ways to be insane. I'll take that. I don't know, there's just something fun about D&D that, I suppose, aside from roleplay, my next favorite part is that no matter, and just in character making in general, even if you make the exact same characters several times over, in terms of base, this is their archetype, this is their like base personality trait, you can still experiment with a lot of different variations. Still don't know why someone would want me, of all people, in their D&D sessions, but that Ace, you do remember the time that I did mention one session that we were looking for people, but it was just a case of time zones and scheduling and a couple other issues that made it just not really make sense. Like, people just like hanging out with you. DSM in every campaign should be based off of your character. DSM dash. Hell yeah, it would be a whole lot of fun to play with the Ace. I don't think I've gone this way, unless I have. Is the DSMV is that either a personality? Hang on, I have to look this up now because I'm curious. I don't know what that stands for. It's either a personality. Yep, Diagnostic Statistic Manual, Mental Evaluations. I should know that, considering I have referenced that and have had doctors reference that in regards to me. Look, one day I'll stop playing characters that are based along those diagnoses the moment I stop having relevant diagnoses. I was like, listen, I know you love dragons, so I put dragons in the campaign, so you should come and join. No, he kept I'm trying to bribe. Dragons. Come join. So no, he kept trying to bribe me. You know what? Good for him, because it sounds like a fun time, and I hope that I really hope that it is. If nothing else, because then it'll open up the door to you joining other campaigns, which would be a whole lot of fun. Very sleepy at 4 a.m. days ago and tired drunk. Perfect. We love tired drunk Ace. She does the things that sleep sober Ace is too in her head to agree to. Like D&D. I hope that it is a very good decision. Yes, more people join the brain rot that is tabletop. The thing I bought at 5 a.m. Wait. Let me do some math. No, you've texted me at 5 a.m. I have seen the things that you plot. I just had to look up the time zone change and confirm that, yes. Wait, can I go? Oh, I can go through this door. So this is a mini boss. World domination. I knew there was a reason I liked you. Okay, we'll say, what really annoyed me about Tears of the Kingdom is that they tried to call their moth-themed enemies, so, oh no, these are a type of Gibdo. Like, no, that is a Mothula. This is like they have this enemy right here, the Motula, which is amazing. And they just like have not been giving that name the love. I also forgot that these become regular ass enemies down the line and are horribly weak. All right, let's see what we get now. It's either going to be very useful or completely useless. Completely useless. Did I beat Sun? No, I don't think I have. Wait. Ah! Thanks! Thank you so much for the raid. How's your stream? Didn't quite see what you were able to... what you were playing, but I hope that you had some good conversations on your Just Chatting stream. And to answer your question, no, and also it's a good... I'm glad I read my schedule, Ace, because I, for a moment, thought, should I actually be playing Sunshine instead of Legend of Zelda? But no, welcome in, Mings, and welcome in Kamiguri. For everyone who's new here, I'm Eldritch Horror of Bread, Eldritch Horror from Beyond This Reality, who found an old abandoned blockbuster and thought, ooh, this is now my hyperfixation. I think I'm trapped in this room because I'm playing a randomizer of... thank you so much. Sorry if I mispronounced that, but thank you so much for the follow. I hope that you enjoy your time here. We are... Oh, sweet, the hookshot works. Trying to go through a... Oh, Kami, thank you also for the follow. Didn't finish the wings. Oh, that is a hell of a raid message. But yeah, no, Minx, if you need to go get some stream aftercare, get a snack, get something to drink, or just do your post-stream and decompress, like, by all means, it's... Ow. Streaming's a whole... Oh, watching food videos! I'm in danger. It just clicked while you raided me, and I am in danger. Now, that is... A good food video, it either just... makes me come up with something that should not be attempted in the kitchen, something everyone around me says, no, do not make that food item, please. Ooh, man versus food is... I remember those of like, ow. Well, that happened. I think I can get through there, but I need to try something. But it's either a bit out there or wild that I want to try because the recipe looks interesting. And it'll either come out good enough that I make it again and again, or there's been a couple of recipes I've been flat out told, you are not allowed to ever cook this again. Do not cook bacon without a shirt. That and do not use make any recipe that requires many white powders like flour, sugar, powdered sugar with a black shirt on. That's only how I cook bacon. That has to be an incredibly tough chest after all that bacon abuse. But Wind Waker is going good. It's going good. The randomizer run has been a whole lot of fun for... Oh, wrong room. So I guess I could demonstrate it. Because normally you're supposed to have the boomerang here, but to like trip these switches with something else, it's been really fun to try to get through these challenges with the wrong gear. That's my only shirt. Apron. That is... You need to have... That is the beauty of having any type of apron, that you can do whatever you want to it. Am I supposed to cook on my pink trousers? I mean, you could. And yeah, protective cooking equipment. We stand a little bit of prep here. No, Botanic, I have no idea where I put the mashed potato cake recipe. Where I found it, it has to be saved somewhere, but I will definitely... That is on the list of both. The mashed potato cake is simply a cake... Ooh, big key. That's handy. A cake that, as it sounds, you use mashed potatoes and a little bit less flour, milk, and all that, because the starch... Oh, I think I can do... Maybe can do that. The starch of the potatoes and the creaminess can be used in... Oh, damn it. Instead of the usuals for it. Let's say I cut part of the thumb off, but that would sound terrifying to anyone who doesn't know I'm rigging a model. Oh, model rigging. For a moment, I'm like, how did you know I've almost cut part of my hand off? Because that is, aside from the potato cake, that some people absolutely love it because it's a great chocolate cake. And some people are like, wait, this had potatoes? I hate that it's good. You know. Wear an apron, nothing else, not even oven mitts. 3rd-degree burns and is when you know it's done. This man speaks only truth. Indeed. That's just how you know it's good. Oh, it was vanilla? No, the frosting is vanilla. The potato cake itself was chocolate, because I remember always needing cocoa powder for it. Okay, I'm going to wait for the boss because it's going to be a pain to do without the boomerang. Yeah. Sleeves that you can move from shoulders down to your arms to protect them. I'm going to wait until that ad clears, because I know with the raid coming in, a lot of people who are in that conversation probably haven't subbed. Where else can we get to in here? So we've... Oh. All except for B1, which we need either a very lucky pull or the boomerang to get... Okay. Back. To make like sleeves that you can move from your shoulders down to your arms to protect them. You could either get like a basketball shooting sleeve or a long sleeve t-shirt and just roll them down, because the standard place that a long sleeve tee wants to be is halfway up your arms, and then you can just roll them down into there. Just see the cake that Missy and Debbie made. 4 layers of chocolate, very rich. Trying not to spit it out immediately. Oh, you gotta love those recipes that just turn out like that. But I think, Botanic, you're thinking of the frosting, because what I always make for the frosting is vanilla cream cheese frosting. So like, at least the recipe I've always used has been a brick of cream cheese, an entire stick of butter. Can just be... No, I need the boomerang for that too. You know what? So much cake. I will say that I'm good for whatever, like either vanilla, chocolate, marble, or whatever. Costco, however, does have just pretty good... Oh, wrong. Button didn't register. Actually, or like cheesecake if you're feeling fancy. Oh yeah, it's up for you. 10-hour recipe just when... Oh, that is so bold when baking, that baking always has... If you don't get the mixtures right or aren't working from at least a known recipe or consistency, it can get really up there. Ooh, the Basque cheesecake would be good, because that one that you shared, that did look impressive. Wait, what? Oh, we know what you were doing. That they spoke so confidently, but we're so wrong. But yeah, like the... Ugh. I've always found, at least for chocolate, it helps that you also don't do a chocolate frosting, or at least I've always preferred it with a vanilla frosting, partially because I like the really good cream cheese. Oh yeah, that sounds amazing. That having those VTuber friends around to help celebrate. Just like in... Oh, right, there is not a good way back. Well, I hate that I have to keep on going back and forth to this dungeon. Like, any time that friends in general will show up and, like, check in or make the trip for your birthday, just that alone feels so great. Like, just so happy to see people in person that you either haven't before or haven't in a while. Like, that alone makes a day really special. All right. Now I just have to kind of get there. It's crying of happiness at the gesture. Now you can show a little bit of emotional vulnerability for that. I say as someone who, in the same situation, would probably also hold it until later, or hide in the bathroom, as that's the whole reason bathrooms exist, for people to cry in them. But also, yes, that's more than understandable. That's something that that almost fell. Just anytime anyone makes that much effort to show up, it's just such a nice gesture. All right, can't do anything there, so wait. Do we have... Oh, we do have the command melody. I forgot we grabbed that. We can actually do Tower of the Gods. Nice. There. Oop. Just pop that back in. It'll be fine. Oh, right. I completely forgot that I mentioned but never told the story of how I almost cut off my thumb. Yeah, that was back in high school that happened. Because I used to be in like a robotics club. It was awful and wish I could have quit, but that is one of those, keep on doing it, it builds character, which, fair. But we had a fundraiser where every year the team would make a whole bunch of egg rolls, like a old family recipe that somebody had, and sell them. Of course, this meant that literally everyone they could get their hands on would show up at this venue, or I think they did in like a church, like they borrowed the space in the kitchen, and spend like several weekends just cooking, stuffing, prepping, and assembling all these egg rolls. Like, it was a whole weekend affair. And one time I did this, my job was to chop all the cabbage that was going in there. So I'm just going at it. We had a cabbage shredder, but we still had to cut them into quarters because otherwise they'd be just way too big. And we also had a ton of, oh damn it, a ton of these cabbages to get through, like an industrial sized crate of cabbage. So we're trying to go through it fairly fast. And at one point, I didn't notice when I was cutting that my thumb got between the knife and the cabbage, and the cabbage won that day. It didn't quite... I suppose this is definitely a bit of a sensitive content warning, so if you don't wait like 30 seconds and mute and come back, but it cut pretty deep, like halfway to the bone. Oh, I forgot. There you go. So yeah, the rest of that day was spent at the ER, and still have the scar on my thumb from almost cutting it off. Wasn't as bad as my grandpa, who did cut significant chunks of his off. He did a lot of woodworking, and after a point he was not careful. Should probably put in the chat. The thumb cutting talk is now over. Yeah, it's just... I've just kind of had a lot of those types of injuries. Come on. Oh, I do have the pirate... Oh, I won't talk about how my dad got into his accident then. I mean, I suppose if it's not too bad, then... And it's alright. I just realized halfway through that... I don't know. That's always the one thing to think of, that when you're talking about injury and stuff like that, just because it's not really something that everyone expects when getting into a stream, to at least preface it. But yeah. What else is being talked about? I feel like I'm, in the course of everything tonight, I've gone through like who would pass trauma enforced care training. What, because I let a cabbage slicer win, or because I have experience of having all that? Got into accident by being stubborn. Totally not related. I can't tell if you're talking about yourself, me, or my grandpa, because I think all three qualify. So I'm stubborn, he was stubborn. I know you're stubborn. Stubborn all around. Alright, give me... Okay, I'm really curious when I do get the spoils bag eventually, if all the items I picked up beforehand will show up there. Also, I'm not sure the tingles chart was like useful at all. Alright. So we can't pass there because we don't have the bow. It looks like there's one more in the entryway, one off to the side, which I think we need the bow still. We might be able to do something up if we're quick enough. Well, I suppose we just went from being able to beat Dragon Roost because we got that dungeon's items to not being able to beat anything else because we are missing the next prerequisite item. Hell. Alright, can't do that because these open sequentially. Yeah, that definitely... I'll just check it just in case. Yeah, that requires the bow. Oh. That's the downside of the... That's the downside of the randomizer. It's super fun. It is nice and challenging. I forget how... Ah! Ow. Oh wait, I think I know what that is. I think we can just bomb that and go it. And a picture of the problem. And here we go again, trying not to... Oh! Yeah, no, that is thumbs should not bend inward on a 90-degree angle. I don't know much about bodies, but I do know that. I kind of hate to say it, but everything you've said about the updated rigging process has been a little bit fun to see, if for nothing else, to see what the issue is and what smart little solution you'll come up with. Using IRL reference? I think you should see a doctor. If your IRL reference looked like that exactly, that is a bigger problem than bad rigging. Or a bigger issue than rigging itself. Okay, so there's another chest down here that I guess we didn't... that I missed. They're a VTuber version of a doctor. Well, aside from the couple... Dude, my... Yo, fair. Riggers. Yeah, riggers, model artists, a couple VTubers I know. I do know one VTuber who actually is a med student. And of course you do have the... Oh, right, I need the bow for that too. Oh, guess we have to leave until we find the bow. Fun. Because that is one that we need to actually beat the game. Like, that is... Without the light arrows, you can't beat the second to last boss. And then there's also the VTuber version of slapping a band-aid on it, you'll be fine, which is messing around with the model directly in VTube Studio and plugins. Alright. Oh! I just realized what opens up with the fact we have the grappling hook is that there's a couple of places and hints that we got for treasure chart items. And I remember one said that there's a defensive thing in 7-Star Isles. So let's see if we have any charts. That match up. Ghost Ship, Tingle's chart. Light Ring. Platform chart. Nothing that matches up right now, and it's definitely going to be a treasure chart, but I think the play right now is we have one Triforce chart that we should have enough money to get decoded from Tingle. Ah, shit, the mailbox is wiggling. I went right over the treasure spot. Oh no. Well, over and a bit to the left. Although if you have... On the subject of, like, everything you can do to fix up a model, it's amazing what you can do for if you have just... Like, just in VTube Studio. Because technically my... I just kind of want to do this myself. My knife throw thing here that removes my face, the whole face removal thing is something that I rigged up in VTube Studio with hiding art mesh layers and all that. And then the knife throw was something that I could... Oh. Yes, because this is an advantage. This is an advancement item. Incredible, blah, blah, blah. Ah, useless. How annoyed would we be if we do 2 collab mitoses? Collab mitoses shouldn't be there should be regular mitoses. Yeah, I don't see it on there. This time I did remember to remove that. Like, you can just do them. I don't mind. The only thing I'd be annoyed is myself for... Oh, I'll take 50 rubies. For forgetting to do that. Cool thing you can do in VTube Studios. Remind me of Brian Sweet you guys sent you with his laugh mouth rig. Yeah. Yeah, I remember, didn't... Oh, yeah, that was the horrifying, like... full rig. Oh, wasn't he the same guy who rigged the twerky? Like the sandwich that looked like a twerking turkey that he then just yep. God, there are just those couple of people who that's it. Yeah, Stonewatcher Island. Due south. Perfect. On one hand, everything he does is completely cursed and so weird. On the other hand, he is working directly towards something that I absolutely love about VTubing. The fact that, as this bread roll shows, literally any image you want, anything at all, can be rigged and used as a model. Also, that's so cool that his content is what weird shit can I rig, which is also very informative. Does a great job of showing riggers, oh, this is all stuff that you can do, and this is things like that's just informative content like that. Because I've always thought that if I can see an example of something, especially for coding, which I was working on earlier, if I can see an example of something that works, something that you can run it, see for yourself, and yes, this is a working example, and pick that apart, or see somebody else make something, then I can easily replicate that. Like, after a certain point, regular documentation is not near as useful as just some example. Even if I have to hack the rest together, just being able to see that start, which a rigging stream like that would do, would be so helpful. God dang it. So that didn't give anything. All right. Let's see what you have here. Because the other fun thing about this ROM is that they upgrade for your bow is located in an island shaped like a paw. Oh! So earlier I was trying to do a battle challenge on Pauperin Isle that I couldn't do because they're all out of range. And that has the bow upgrade. Nice. Just that easy. Seeing examples rigging video isn't really that useful. Most things require... Yeah, I can understand that. Some dark magic. Hell yeah. Definitely is I. And how's your... I wasn't able to stay for all of it, obviously, but how's your Link to the Past stream going? Shame that all the ROM hacks just didn't work out, but I hope that you had fun with the... hope that you had fun with the base game, at least. Yeah, until medieval talent made images move, and you get executed for witchcraft. Definitely. I full-on agree that pretty much all art is basically black magic. Like, you're telling me that you have somebody who, as a profession, waves a little stick around, mutters some curse words at a piece of paper, and then boom, you have anime titties. Like that, just, no, that's witchcraft. That is definitely witchcraft. Okay, I really hope that I don't have to pull up the cheat file for this again, because right now we're in the same boat as we were earlier, where we need one item to keep going, which in this case is I had a devious idea. I have a really devious idea. So with the boss of Forest Haven, you can get them down on one cycle with a bottle of forest water. You don't even need the boomerang. I could probably do it with the hook shot. And if I could get him down, then I don't need to worry about anything like, oh, I have to do this again and again, and it's so annoying and time consuming, and I might just actually get flat out killed before I get too far, simply because I just need to get him down once, because I have an empty bottle. Which means, yeah, all I need is that one other part. All right, first things first, Rockspire Isle treasure chart. Oh, I'm just on top. Easy. As I'm thinking, the only things on the... one more place that I can get with both the bait bag and the grappling hook, actually. I'll take that. Oh, perfect. I forget the name of the island, but it's one of the one of the ones that holds a Triforce chart. And the whole trick is you need a whole bunch of Hoya pears to bait and control seagulls in order to flip a couple switches. And you either need absolutely legendary I think it was Rockspire Island. That's definitely one. Yes. Give me your pears. And of course, there's the other part that maybe Beetle's membership rewards will have some impact. There we go. But by getting the bait bag, at least, that opens up a couple more places. All right. I think it's, yeah, Cliff Plateaus, just east of here. So, which way? Nope, other ways east. There it is. But yeah, no, more on the topic of how freaking amazing different types. Weast, indeed. I've always been bad at directions. I will get there. Oh, Bird's Peak Rock. See, I was even wrong on what island I needed. I knew this was the right shape for where I was going. I didn't, but I got the where we're going completely wrong. Wheat. Hey, Babel, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good. Hope you're having a good evening. Not wheat. But consider wheat. Wheat. Fair enough. Oh God, how do I control a seagull? Fortunately, there's no timer, but every one of these birds can knock me out of the seagull once. I have 9 pairs, and I have to get every single switch. Yeah, I'm doing good. Run, seagull! The day, ow, damn it. The day happened. I think there's some secondhand anxiety that, through various reasons, and a horrible discovery that my local Aldi's that is on my way home from work has, What I really need is for them to come down here so I can fight them. Has $2 for 2 slices of cheesecake, and the cheesecake is actually pretty good. So well, that was a stress oh yeah. Oh, is that a yes. For what is definitely seen as the cheap convenience store, or barely a grocery store, Aldi's has some good deals. And yes, that I got too close to the glass with Ace around, which means this got redeemed. But yeah, it was a case of today was a lot better than yesterday. And you know what? The stream has been chill. There's been a lot of very great people in chat, so I cannot complain. Okay, I think the trick... Actually, no. We're going to sacrifice this run to get these all closer. Yeah. Yeah, some days that's all that you can really hope for. I hope that... Oh, they are here. I hope that at least your days have been better than before. Alright. Yes! Oh, that's going to make this whole endeavor so much easier. Yeah. Was it? I feel like the talk of cheesecake has completely derailed, and Aldi's has completely derailed my train of thought. Okay, that's there, that's there. That one. I don't know, sometimes you just have to take... Yep, fair enough. Cheesecake does that. That is the point of cheesecake. Oh, I also just realized something, that there is usually supposed to be a bread on this shoulder. Ooh. Yeah, because that's the whole reason I stopped off at Aldi's, because I was going to... Yeah, enjoy your work and definitely enjoy your cookies. Because that's the whole reason I stopped off. I was going to make cookies, but I'm like, no, they need to have margarine in them, and all I've got's butter. So I stopped off to get some margarine, and then I realized that also I'm going to have way too many sweets in the next couple of weeks for other things. For other life events coming up. But still, had to stop off for that. And eventually I will have an excuse to either use the butterscotch chocolate chips I have, or the white chocolate chips. Like the recipe on that one for just white chocolate chip chocolate cookies, so good. Like, oh, perfect. I did not expect the bait bag to be the thing that gets us to the next dungeon, but we can do Gale Island now, which is, I forget which one, but that's another item just off the bat from getting in there, because each of the secondary dungeons are also locked behind, yeah, I think it's this one, are locked behind a new melody. So yeah, we got that too. Yeah, no, the worst part about knowing special events are coming up is either A, the whole I don't really like all that attention on me, I'm really okay if this is just a quiet day, but also knowing that, okay, this is an event that is going to have cake in it, which means I can't bake anything. Ah, I've been in the mood for any sort of culinary creation for so long. And like, just regular cooking for whatever reason compared to having some sweet just in the house and around. I don't know, it doesn't always hit the same. I always like making sweets over anything else than like I suppose regular food. But now that I think about it, maybe that's what I should do, because it's been a while since I've like tried a new recipe, and I've been kind of in a rut of just, oh, I know how to make it, it's quick, it's easy, it's cheap, but haven't really done anything more adventurous. Like, oh, they removed the stone. That blows. And hopefully the character I need's still in here. Oh, yep, Mecha. Oh, shoot, we actually have everything we need for this dungeon. We have the hookshot, which is this dungeon's items, the iron boots, which are, well, required to get in, the command melody, which required to do this. I love this dungeon so much because, like, look how cute Mecha is. Nope, stop. Stop hurting my boy. Da, da, da. I suppose the plus side of fall finally hitting is that it's finally cold enough that I can justify doing stuff like more slow cooking. Because before I've done things, because I usually do like short ribs or the like in the oven, but those take 3 hours and can really heat up the place. But I can also justify doing like more adventurous things, or like Tingle Tuner? That's useless! That was arguably useless before, but it's more so now. Like, stuff that takes a while. Because, like, soups and stews, partially because of how warm they are anyway, like, a good hearty stew will just warm you up from the heat of the broth and everything. But I can do more of those finally, which freaking love a good soup. Just like the fact that you can just make I don't know, I can just power through it. Just make a pot and I still have stew from last time I made it. Or chili. I don't know why that I've heard that chili has always been like a more summery thing, partially because, oh wait, I know, Mecha is going to have to weigh it down. I think partially because it has a lot of the same seasonings as tacos or whatever, and people just assume. Yeah, but chili for chili season. Especially the way I like to make it with a bit more red or cayenne pepper in it. And absolute favorite thing I've done, I suppose what I could do is make a double batch, because I've done it with half-pound ground beef, half-pound of chorizo sausage. And that makes it super spicy, but super good. Making it like that has been one of the things that my family has gotten on their "you are not allowed to make it this way ever again" lists. Because oh, shoot. I'm not sure how to defeat these guys without the bow. I think I just have to loop. I think I just have to loop them. Yep, that did it. Like that with a bit of extra red pepper. you don't need to turn on the heat that night when you have it like that. It's so good. Beyond that, and I need to buy equipment for this. Like, I honestly, for everything I cook anyway, I should probably have like a couple kitchen thermometers. But at the very least, I need a confectioner's thermometer, like a candy thermometer. Because then I'll be able to make... I haven't been able to do it for a while. I don't even know who had a thermometer when I made it last in college, but I have like everything but the thermometer. Oh, there's a thing up here to make candy, like hard candy, honey hard candy, gummy candy.